Richardson Hitchins is a solid fighter. 140 pounds, world title holder. Undefeated. 20-0 with 8 knockouts. The man went out there and won the belt 2 fights ago against Liam Paro and then defended it in his most recent outing against Kambosos. Got the stoppage in that one. He gives this interview. Comes out and says, hey, I want the winner of Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. I'll jump up a weight class, doesn't matter. That's the fight that I'm looking for. I'll beat either one of those men. His dad's calling me out, blah, blah, all these types of things. Now stop and I start to think. Richardson Hitchins, 147 pounds, wants to move up to the welterweight division and take on the winner of Haney versus Norman Jr. Now, on the one hand, I get that. You want to go out there, you want to do the biggest things you can, you want to make the biggest splashes possible. And what's going to be bigger than that? When you're down and you're a belt holder at 140 pounds, moving up to 147 pounds and taking out a belt holder is impressive. On top of that, both of those guys, particularly Devin Haney, have a bigger name than him. So in theory, it makes sense. Like, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to call out the bigger name guy, I'm going to move up the weight class, I'm going to become a 2-time world champion, we're going to make this happen. Interesting though. But hear me out. Down at 140 pounds, where the man currently holds a belt, you already have Subriel Matiz, Gary Antoine Russell, man who beat him in the Olympics, and Teofimo Lopez. I'm a little bit old school in this regard. I like things to be a little bit more traditional, so to speak. Guys jumping up weight classes too early isn't what I'm looking for. That's not what really does it for me. I want to see a guy be able to come in and stake his flag in the ground and clean out divisions. One of the most impressive things I've seen that I still hold true to is when we saw Marvin Hagler do it. I also love the way Bernard Hopkins did it, right? There's just some guys that go over there, boom, this is it, this is where I am. Any man who's here right now, I'm going to smash him. And anybody who's coming up through the ranks, I'm going to smash them too. Anybody who wants to move up divisions, they can get some. You're just standing there and you're serving it to anyone who's willing to come and get some at that weight class. And then when your body can no longer make it, you move up and you do try to do the next thing in the next weight class. Like, that is really what I'm looking for. So think about this for a second. What is the fight that you really want to see right now? That's number one. Who do you want to see this man fight? When Hitchins steps in the ring next, do you want to see him move up to 147, fight the winner of Haney versus Norman Jr., or do you want to see him fight one of the other belt holders at 147 pounds? That's number one. Number two, what do you think is going to put him in a better position going forward? Jumping up a weight class, getting that belt at 147 and then campaigning there? Or staying at 140, fighting, trying his best. Let's say he's successful, snatches up one of the second belts. Now he's got 2 belts at 140 pounds and he's putting all, fight negotiations and future leverage through those eyes. Because if he moves up to 147, do you think he's going to be victorious there? Do you think he's going to be able to have a prosperous career? Do you think the man's going to be able to stay there at 147 pounds? And I get it. 147 isn't quite what it was, but I guarantee you that it will be. That division, that's one of those ones that's in the sweet spot. You are always going to get people who come through there who are going to be incredibly talented. Now you could look right now, say the division's in a little bit of flux. Say the division isn't quite what it's been in the past, back when we had guys like Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao ruling it. Wasn't quite what it was when we had guys like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford running roughshod over the division, getting everything they could out of it. So you make that case. Okay, fair enough. But how long can it really be like that? 147 pounds is a monster. And what it isn't today, it will be tomorrow. So when you're thinking about fighters, what do you think is going to be best for him as an individual right now? What do you think will be best for him long term? And what is it that you really enjoy seeing fighters do that sets them up to have truly historic and lengthy careers that just people talk about that go on for the ages? Because I always think about people who conquer divisions, people who can just become stalwarts and can't be moved off of that spot. And they have to challenge themselves. But do they always have to chase challenges? Or can you wait and have the challenges come to you? I mean, you think about a guy like David Benavidez. He wanted that Canelo fight. He wanted that Canelo fight. He was calling for it for a long time. I get it, man. Canelo is the big dog out there. You're going to get this huge payday and you're going to get this huge name on your resume. But he didn't get that fight. How long are you going to stay there and clamor off it before you do what he did, which is move up and continue to build? Because as soon as you move up, you continue to build your legacy and move on, right? Like, the sooner he separates his name from Canelo is the sooner everybody starts to think about all of his fights just a little bit differently versus every time he fights thinking, is this the one? Does he get Canelo now? Is this the one that's going to be entice Canelo to come in? Like, boots. Think about Boots with the fight with Terrence Crawford. Everything he does, even this last win here. Man, Terrence Crawford just went out there at 168 pounds and got the victory over Canelo. And there are still people talking to Boots, who's at 154 pounds, on whether or not he thinks that's a fight he's going to get. Now, of course, he's going to say he wants it. Of course, he's going to say that it's something that he's interested in when he's specifically questioned about it. But the man should be doing everything he can to separate himself from the name, the career, the legend of Terrence Crawford, because that's how he is going to be able to build everything on his own. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think is going to be the next best move for him? Should Hitchins be out here calling out this type of fight, or should he be focused on calling out the guys in his division and doing everything he can there? Let me know what you guys think.